Hello everyone. Before I start this video, I wanted to just say that here at Hook and Push Gaming, we believe that Black Lives Matter, and we absolutely support the protesters that are trying to make a change in our policing system and in our country. And if you are out there, please be safe. Please look after yourselves and look after each other. And once again, Black Lives Matter. Hello everyone, this is Will with Hook and Push Gaming, and today we have some more MTG news, but today it's a little different. It does not directly affect Arena, because none of the cards we'll be talking about are in Standard, but I think it's very important that we talk about this given current events and what Wizards of the Coast have had to say about current events. So let's go over to the announcement. This was just released today by Wizards of the Coast officially, and then we'll talk about it a bit. So here, it's titled Depictions of Racism in Magic. Today, we will be changing the Multiverse ID, which I didn't know about. I guess it's another way to search cards, and removing the Gatherer card image for the card Invoke Prejudice, originally printed in 1994. Gatherer, for those of you that don't know, that is the online database of every Magic card ever printed. It's a great way to search up cards for, let's say you're building a Commander deck or any format really, but that's not really what the story is here. Just wanted to keep you all informed on that. The card, being Invoked Prejudice, is racist, and made even worse by the Multiverse ID it was unfortunately codified with years ago. There's no place for racism in our game, nor anywhere else. But to that point, it should have never been published nor placed in the Gatherer. And for that, we are sorry. The events of the past weeks and the ongoing conversation about how we can better support people of color has caused us to examine ourselves, our actions, and our inactions. We appreciate everyone helping us to recognize when we fall short. We should have been better, we can be better, and we will be better. So that's a very unequivocal apology and a recognition of their actions, and it's a powerful statement. To that end, we will be removing a number of images from our database that are racist or culturally offensive, including, I'm not going to repeat those, you can read them. If you want to understand why, you can Google what the card art is, what the card does. Some of them are frankly pretty horrible. Replacing those card images will be the following statement. We have removed this card image from our database due to its racist depiction, text, or combination thereof. Racism in any form is unacceptable and has no place in our games, nor anywhere else. Additionally, these cards will be banned in all sanctioned tournament play. There's much more work to be done as we continue to make our games, communities, and company more inclusive. Know that we work every day to be better and that we hear you. We look forward to sharing more of our plans with you as our games and organization evolve. So, again, pretty strong statement from Wizards here. I took the time to Google each of these cards, look at their art, look at their card text, and yes, to my experience and to my sensibilities, all of them range from somewhat to extremely problematic. I mean, that word is literally a racial slur against the Romani people. So that definitely does not have a place in this game or anywhere. So I think it's pretty straightforward why those cards have been banned. The thing I found interesting is their removal from tournament play as well. To my knowledge, none of these cards have much of a presence on the competitive scene with the possible exception of Crusade, but I think it is a largely symbolic gesture to just recognize that this is not something that they want to be a part of the competitive scene. And this is really a way for Wizards of the Coast to rectify with their past. It's like the Disney Corporation, for example, with some of the horribly problematic and racist cartoons they made in the 30s and 40s. Unfortunately, this wasn't that long ago. This was just the early 90s was when MTG was first released. But nevertheless, it was a different time, as people like to say. It doesn't excuse or justify anything, but it just shows that during that time, these people were not thinking with much sensitivity when they were designing these cards, both in the art, in the name, in the rules text of the card, and the combination, because that's largely what the problem is with these cards, is that it, as with any Magic card, it tells a story with the art and with what the card does. And what the story that these cards tell is one of racism, bigotry, hatred. And that's why they don't belong in 2020. This is a very difficult time for everyone. I am a native Minnesotan. I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota. Spent the first 25 years of my life in Minnesota, mostly in the Twin Cities. I didn't know George Floyd personally, but I have friends who did. And there was no reason for him to lose his life. It was a $20 bill. Any one of us could be have a counterfeit bill in our wallet right now and not even know it. And that's not how that exchange should have gone down. There wasn't much of a segue there. I'm sorry, but I had to say that. And because that's the context of this, right? It's, yeah, if the moment for us to bring this back to the gaming community. The gaming community as a whole, as well as the MTG community and the MTG Arena community, is largely male, largely white. So this moment is about us needing to take a look at ourselves and think, if we are more upset at seeing a target on fire than we are by seeing a man with a knee on his neck, we need to think about why. Why does that bother? Why is it that way? And I wasn't expecting to get emotional about this, because this is just a YouTube channel about a silly game. But this is the world we live in, people. And we all need to do better. What Wizards is doing here, does it solve racism? No, of course it doesn't. But it's a symbolic gesture to show that they want to do the right thing, and they want to move forward in a way that they haven't in the past. And you see it happening everywhere, with statues being taken down, the Confederate flag being banned in the Marine Corps, being banned at NASCAR races, and a large conversation about what we should be doing with our police forces across the country. And racism is not just an American issue either. It happens globally to everyone. So we all, white people in particular, white men in particular, we need to think about what our part in this is. What role have we played? How have we benefited from it? And what can we do moving forward? So yeah, this video barely has anything to do with Magic the Gathering, but I felt that I needed to say something, given that Wizards released this statement, even though it's not an arena. This isn't an arena announcement, but felt that needed to be shared on my channel, and that hopefully I had something interesting to say, something informative for you to say about it. So yeah, what do you all think? Was doing this the right call? Did they go too far? Did they not go far enough? And what can we do as a community to be more inclusive to women, to people of color, to the LGBT plus community, as gamers, as humans? If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments below. But if you do so, please, I beg of you, be civil, be constructive in your dialogue. I haven't had any issues so far, except for maybe some spam bots, but I will not hesitate to take down any comments that are being hateful, being bigoted, or just generally being toxic. This is a little different than what I generally put on here, but if you like what you saw, like the video, subscribe to my channel, share it around, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all later.